know what? People stealing all over. Everything I'm doing right now.
Where's your ID at?
Can I get my ID?
Yeah.
Okay, I need my hand so I can get my ID.
Where's your ID at?
Are you gonna let me get my ID or not? Why are you being like, you don't like black people, do you?
Oh, we're gonna go there?
I can tell. You just the way you approached me.
Oh, shoot your fucking dog.
Shoot my dog, boy. You can't kill my dog.
Get over here now. Get over here right now.
Have you ever seen someone punched and stomped on over a simple burglary call? Imagine watching a trained officers repeatedly assault a man suffering from mental health issues, then brag about it afterward. In today's audit archive, officers viciously attacked and beat a defenseless man on the ground, leading to facial surgery. This case exposes shocking police brutality, and you won't believe the outrageous aftermath. On June 2nd, 2020, during the widespread protests and looting in Chicago, Julie Campos, a worker at the Family Dollar store, accused Chicago police of violating her constitutional rights. Ms. Campos claimed she was falsely arrested and assaulted by an officer while she was cleaning up damage at the store in the wake of George Floyd's murder. The entire incident was captured on body camera footage.
What are you doing? What happened?
The dollar on all set is cleared out. Okay, Family Dollar house is clear. They clear.
Okay, you all step back. He's getting locked up, man. I'm taping everything. Everything's being taped. Right. You know what? You know what? First of all, you don't stand in front of the police telling them they can't come in when they're in the arrest. She can go for obstruction. Hey, D, hey, JD, he had me in here somewhere. Let's go.
Officer Eric Taylor approaches the store entrance while Ms. Campos stands at the same entrance with boxes, about to put them in the dumpster. The officer quickly hit her in the face and pushed her out of the way. Another officer encountered Ms. Campos and her co-workers, who were cleaning up after the looting. As they began questioning her co-worker, the officers used racial slurs and vulgar remarks, escalating the situation unnecessarily. This behavior reflects broader issues of racial bias within law enforcement, particularly in high-stress situations like protests. But despite the tension, Ms. Campos and her co-workers remained calm, trying to avoid confrontation. The officers, however, chose to focus on making arrests instead of de-escalating the situation.
He just pushed her in her face from the restaurant. Man, because he ran. My man, let me tell you something. Petty, that's a girl. You push her right now, let me go back and forth. Everything I'm doing is being recorded. Everything I'm doing is being recorded.
Let's go. Don't get out.
The situation worsened when Ms. Campos attempted to record the incident on her phone. The officers not only forced her to stop filming, but proceeded to arrest her for purportedly obstructing law enforcement. Despite the fact that she didn't show threat or aggression, both officers breached her freedom of speech, which is a violation of her First Amendment right. The charge of obstructing an officer against Ms. Campos was dropped, and she was kept in custody for hours. Ms. Campos filed a federal lawsuit with the American Civil Liberties Union against the city, citing that Officer Taylor and Officer Howard unlawfully arrested her and falsified police reports to cover themselves up. The suit also claims that Ms. Campos was unlawfully detained for several hours, during which she was denied the opportunity to see her 1-year-old son or notify her family about her situation. Her legal team, including the ACLU, also pointed out that the officer who arrested her had been involved in multiple complaints but had never faced adequate consequences. The American Civil Liberties Union also became involved in Ms. Campos's case, stressing the violation of her First Amendment right and the absence of any valid legal justification for her arrest. The ACLU's participation highlights the vital role of legal advocacy in addressing incidents of police misconduct. The ACLU confirmed that Campos would receive substantial monetary compensation, and in exchange, the city avoided a lengthy trial. The settlement, however, brings to light the need for improved officer training, especially concerning the handling of public protests and the rights of citizens to record police activities. Because the issues raised by Ms. Julie Campos' lawsuit are far from isolated, the following incident highlights how routine police interactions can escalate unnecessarily, especially when racial bias is involved. On January 22, 2021, Al Willis, a biracial man working for a utility company, was stopped by South Haven police officer Kevin Wildley while walking into a major store. Mr. Willis had been going door to door in a trailer park, checking gas rates for Nordic Energy, when a resident called the police, accusing him of being an aggressive and pushy salesperson who didn't show proper ID. The incident is captured on the body cameras of the responding officers.
I'd like to lower my gas bill.
Okay.
You got any ID on you?
Absolutely. Do you have an ID?
Yeah, it's right here. Officer
Okay.
Wildy.
Hey, record this conversation.
I'm recording it.
That's cool. I want to record it as well.
Go right ahead.
So what identification do you need?
Your identification. Your
Which
driver's
identification?
license. Your Michigan Gas Utilities ID. That you're
I don't work for
claiming.
Michigan Gas Utilities, so
Okay.
why would I have a Michigan Gas Utilities ID?
What are you doing trying to get people to change
Have you
their
ever heard
roads
of the
around?
Michigan Public Service Commission?
I have.
Okay, have you heard of energy deregulation, officer?
I'm up with that suspect.
I'm not a suspect, I'm a man, just
No,
like
you're a
you
suspect.
are. I'm not a suspect. So anyways, have you ever heard of energy deregulation? What do you know about energy deregulation?
You tell me.
I'm asking you what you know so then I can better inform you about what you don't know.
I'm making contact with you because you're soliciting in a trailer park where there's no solicitation.
I don't have anything to sell. I'm checking people's gas rates.
I need your identification.
Okay, so this is private property, so what are you stopping me for?
Suspect for in the trailer park.
I'm not in the trailer park.
Okay. Well, you were.
You didn't see me in the trailer park.
I know.
Okay, so again, what do you need my identification for?
Because I'm going to identify you.
Okay, I need a
For
supervisor.
going door to door.
Supervisor now.
606.
And then I will provide my identification.
Okay. I'm up front.
I'm also a CPL holder as well, and I am carrying a weapon.
Okay, where's your weapon at?
Don't worry about it.
Where's your weapon at?
It shows that during the encounter, Mr. Willis asked to speak with a supervisor before showing his ID to Officer Wildy. Mr. Willis also told the officer that he had a concealed pistol license and was carrying a weapon. This aspect of the incident raises concerns about how law enforcement officers manage encounters with legally armed individuals, particularly when there is no apparent threat. When Wildy asked, "Where is the gun?" Mr. Willis simply said, "Don't worry, it's on my person. That's what you need to know."
It's on my person, that's what you need to know.
Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Why?
Because I'm going to detain you.
Why are you detaining me?
Because
Why are you detaining me,
place
officer?
your hands behind your back.
Why
Do it now.
are you detaining me? My hands are behind my back.
Place your other hand behind your
Okay, I'll
back.
wait for your supervisor.
Place
Can
your
I get
hands
some
behind
help?
your back.
Somebody help me!
He's asking for help.
Somebody help me! Are you the supervisor, sir?
Can you go to
Okay, why am I doing this?
Can I take your car?
I have an identification. As soon as I told this officer that I'm a CDL holder, do not take my phone from
Where's
me.
your weapon at?
My weapon is on my person. I am a CDL holder. As soon as I told him that. Can you stop reaching for my weapon, sir?
For what purpose? You have to tell the cop that you're
For what
a CPL
purposes,
holder.
officer?
His gun's on. His gun's on.
Okay. So can you tell him to stop being so aggressive?
Where's your ID at?
Can I get my ID?
Yeah.
Okay, I need my hand so I can get my
Where's
ID.
your ID at?
Are you gonna let me get my ID or not? Why are you being like, you don't like black people, do you?
Oh, we're going to go there?
I can tell. You just the way you approached me.
We're going to go there?
Can I get my ID like you asked me
Where's
for?
your ID at?
Can I get my ID?
What company do you work for?
I work for Nordic Energy. Can you please let me get my ID?
Yep. You got any other weapons on you I need to
No,
know
I do
about?
not.
Where's your concealed weapons permit?
In my wallet, officer.
He was, yeah.
Thank you. Definitely messing with the wrong one. Don't know who I am. Oh, and here's this identification for you as well. You're welcome. Wildly. Officer Wildly, badge number 628.
628. Can you copy the file?
Sergeant, would you mind giving me your name and badge number? Officer Bell knows me very well. So.
Well, we don't.
Understandable. It wasn't even about that. I can explain now. I've been doing this for 10 years. But this guy and the way he approached me, you really need to check that body cam footage because this guy is hostile. And he should not. I deal with the police. I'm from Grand Rapids. I'm a part of a community organization.
Central 628,
Chief Payne and me are friends. I can call him right now. So as far as dealing with police,
Means nothing.
that's completely fine.
Willis,
I didn't ask you that. I also know the chief here. Madam, I can't remember her last name.
L-A-L,
Okay, cool.
middle of Jerome,
That's
Jerome, L, Jerome Willis.
I didn't say anything about a
Is a
complaint.
male,
What I'm trying to do is get
8-1
control of this
08
situation
01
and bring the
94.
temperature down. Because it's not as serious as this guy pulled up on me like it was. Okay? So
why when you saw me back there behind the trailer park, did you take off so fast?
I
and
just
rip
got in my
behind
car because
here?
I have to piss.
Are you going to let me finish talking?
You asked
Or
me
are
a
gonna
question, I'm
talk
answering
over
it,
me?
but you can ask
And
me
then you
so I can
whipped
answer
in
again.
behind the store.
I'm not from here. I didn't know where I was going. I saw Myers driveway and I pulled into Myers. So what are you talking about? See what I mean? See how hostile you are?
Because you're ducking me.
Ducking you for what?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
I don't know. I'm going to figure that out, though.
Waldy then handcuffed Mr. Willis, saying he was being detained, and began patting him down. While handcuffing him, police did not give any clear justification for arrest or suspicion of immediate threat, which is a violation of his Fourth Amendment right. Mr. Willis asked Waldy, "You don't like black people, do you?" To which Waldy responds, "We're going to go there." Here, the officer's actions also violated Mr. Willis's 14th Amendment right, which calls for equal treatment under the law, regardless of race. Officer Waldy detained him for about 15 minutes before releasing him. Mr. Willis acknowledged that he could have been more cooperative, but stressed that it was the officer's responsibility to de-escalate, not escalate tense situations. He believes that the officer's actions were influenced by bias, pointing out that the outcome might have been different if he had been white. This belief highlights potential systemic problems within policing practices. Police Chief Natalie Thompson stated that the department's standard protocol is to remove any weapons during an investigation. Afterward, Mr. Willis filed a formal complaint, claiming the officer's behavior was overly aggressive. But this wasn't the first time Officer Waldy's actions had been questioned. Back in 2017, he was put on leave after firing his weapon at a suspect's car, even though there were people in the car, including a child and a woman. Now, this raises concerns about his decision-making and whether he is fit for a law enforcement job. The South Haven Police Department is investigating the incident, requesting another law enforcement agency to review the situation. While this encounter with Officer Waldy sheds light on the challenges of police interactions with minorities, another incident from 2018 highlights a different yet equally troubling aspect of police behavior: unjustified arrests and the violation of constitutional rights. In August of 2018, the Muncie Police Department responded to a call involving Mr. Lonnie Ganem, who was accused of burglary. What followed was a disturbing display of police brutality captured on body camera footage that has now been made public.
Hey, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put them on your head. Put your hands on your head.
I'm looking for my kids, man.
Put your hands. Get down. Get down.
I haven't done anything.
Get down.
I told you to cover it up. Hey!
Okay.
Hey!
Give me your hand.
I ain't doing anything. I'm not even fighting you. My kids. Oh!
Get your hands behind your back.
I didn't even do anything.
Please, put your hands behind your back.
Oh my God, they crossed my
Stop. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
I didn't do anything. Oh my
Stop
God.
fighting.
They crossed my own face.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Help.
All right, Taze. Stop fighting. Stop fighting.
Officers arrived at the scene, where they found Mr. Ganem had a history of mental health issues, which should have prompted officers to approach the situation with more care. But instead of dealing with caution, the officers, particularly Officer Chase Winkle, immediately escalated the situation. Winkle is seen using excessive force by pinning Mr. Ganem's head and neck to the ground, and later tasing him for no apparent reason. This is a crucial moment, as Mr. Ganem had not threatened the officers or shown any aggression. Yet, the response from the police was both violent and unprovoked.
Get that other arm.
Stop fighting.
Take your baton and jerk. I don't have one.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Get one in cuffs.
No, I'm not. Not until we get both of them.
I'm not putting one in cuffs until we get both of them. Give us your other hand now.
Stop fighting.
Back up, bud. Way over there.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Give me those cuffs now. Okay. Give me this one.
Stop fighting this.
You want to taste again? Hold it right here. Hold it right here. You got it? Yep. Let your foot up slowly. Give us your hand. Give us your hand.
Get on the ground.
I got this hand still. I got this hand still. Swing it up.
You can see in the footage that as the situation continued to unfold, Officer Jeremy Gibson arrived on the scene. Instead of de-escalating the tension, Gibson punched Mr. Ganem in the face, stomped on his head, and even used his knee to strike him while Mr. Ganem was lying on the ground, defenseless, leading to serious facial injuries that required surgery. This excessive use of force by Officer Chase Winkle and Officer Jeremy Gibson constitutes a violation of Mr. Ganem's Fourth Amendment right, which safeguards him against unreasonable searches and seizures. The officers did not provide a valid justification for their actions, especially given that Mr. Ganem was not resisting arrest.
Got shackles. Get the shackles out of my door pocket on my door. I'm holding them down. Somebody go get the shackles out of my door pocket. He's still fighting.
Take Posey.
Yeah.
Back off, take one leg, I'll take the other.
All right, I got left.
No. You still want to reach down here. Better relax with your hands, you understand? Fighting. Stop reaching in your waistband. Stop! Everybody needs to make sure to get the blood off on it too, so I know I got some on my face.
Yeah, I've got some all
Yeah.
over.
Stop squirming. You understand me? What's your name? What is your name? What? What? Okay,
I got it.
moving. Got shackles?
Yeah.
Stop moving.
That was a fight. I didn't know you guys were out here. I'm still looking
I
at
didn't
the
either.
fucking tree.
Where's your shackles? Get up the door pocket. Get my door. Stop! Where do you want to go? Hey, what are you doing? That's my foot.
He's under control. We got blood all over us. Oh, that's you, Hunter. It's all right. Just keep it.
We both had a pop in the back end where dry stuff on the legs. Here. I know I did. Whoever's right there moves.
Dude, do you
swing my leg in.
I'm good. I'm going to signal 10 to the hospital with him to fight me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready? Ready?
First, get into the car.
No.
Despite Mr. Ganem's clear distress and the lack of resistance, the officers continued their assault, with Winkle even bragging about the brutality after the incident. This type of behavior is not only deeply troubling, but also a violation of Mr. Ganem's Eighth Amendment right, which protects him from cruel and unusual punishment. The harsh treatment given by the officers while Mr. Ganem was helpless on the ground certainly makes these cops punishable for their actions. In the aftermath of the assault, Mr. Ganem filed a civil lawsuit against the city of Muncie. His lawyer, Rob King, described the body camera footage as disturbing, highlighting how the officers' actions unnecessarily escalated the situation. King pointed out that the officers infringed on Mr. Ganem's civil rights. Surely, the act of the officers gives Mr. Ganem full right to sue the officers, and it becomes evident through the 42 U.S. Code of 1983, which permits individuals to file lawsuits for constitutional violations by local government officials. He argued that the officers not only used excessive force, but also failed to intervene and prevent the violence, even though it was apparent that the situation could have been managed differently. Mr. Ganem's lawsuit ultimately resulted in a settlement of $450,000, but the damage to his physical and emotional well-being was irreversible. 4 officers were criminally charged in connection with the brutal treatment of Mr. Ganem. Officer Winkle, who was the most involved, pleaded guilty to assault and to falsifying reports to cover up the incident. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Sergeant Joseph Krejsa was also found guilty of writing a false report, claiming the excessive force used by the officers was justified. He is now serving a 19-month sentence. Officer Gibson, who was involved in the assault, received a 14-month sentence related to a separate case of excessive force. Officer Corey Posey, who initially gave the orders that led to Mr. Ganem's violent arrest, was also charged with falsifying reports about the incident. But despite all of this, we find another incident in Chattanooga, which raises equally troubling concerns about wrongful arrest and police misconduct, further highlighting the systemic issues that activists and community leaders have been fighting to address. In April of 2018, Nate Carter found himself at the center of a disturbing and unjust encounter with Officer Cody Thomas of the Chattanooga Police Department. What happened was that police responded to a 911 call about a man allegedly threatening someone with a gun. The caller described the suspect as a black, heavy-set man wearing green and black pants. However, when officers arrived, they saw Mr. Carter wearing a purple t-shirt and black shorts and was simply checking his mail, which did not fit the description provided. The following body-worn camera footage from the incident captures the entire ordeal.
You Polo? What's your name? What's going on?
I don't know. They called you. I ain't called you. I called you.
Who are we calling about?
Calling about me, buddy.
Calling about you?
Not calling about me. Your ears in your mouth.
Hey, how about you watch your mouth for your ass gets thrown in the back of my car?
You can put me in the car, but I'm going to stay in my house about private property not bothering you. You go here talking about who am I, Polo? And I told you no.
Hey, listen.
I ain't got to listen to you, man. Go on.
No, get your over here. You're now part of this. Come here. Come here, right now. Come here.
You can't go for what?
I'll shoot your dog.
Shoot my dog, boy. You can't come in my yard.
Get over here now.
Get
over here right now. Taser deployed. Start me at 20. Hey, show me your hands! Clear the air. Start me some cars. Go back in the house. Yeah, I don't need that. Suspect just went back in the house. Get your ass out here, show me your hands! Get your ass out here, show me your hands! Get your ass out here now! Get your ass over here now, or I'm gonna shoot your dog! Get your ass out here now! Put your ass up! Put your ass up! Get your ass over here now! Get over here now! What are you doing to me with your hands up? Do it now! Do it now!
Officer Thomas approached Mr. Carter and asked him to identify himself. Mr. Carter, wanting to prevent the officer from entering his property, told him he wasn't welcome. In response, Officer Thomas threatened to arrest him as Mr. Carter tried to go inside his home. This violated Mr. Carter's right to free speech, as Officer Thomas threatened him from expressing his objection to the officer's presence. Officer Thomas then used a taser on Mr. Carter's back, causing him to collapse onto his front porch. The quick escalation of force against Mr. Carter, who was merely checking his mail, raises concerns about the officer's judgment and his ability to properly assess threats. The decision to use a taser on an unarmed individual who was not posing any immediate danger is particularly alarming.
Suspect just went back in the house. Hold on, I'm moving my car in front of the house. I'm moving my car in front of the house. Yeah, have a unit go to the back of the house. We got 2 units up front. Suspect has gone back in and out of the house. Taser has been deployed.
Hey! Come
We're
here!
still working on getting him inside, outside.
Come out!
Get over here now! Get your over here now! He went back in. Hey, sweetie, come here. Come here, it's okay. Y'all come here. Hey, y'all come here. Everything's okay. You stay right there. Hey, you come over there. You go over there. Come here. Come here now. Come here now. Get away from the dog.
No, she bites! It's okay! I'm glad to eat this! No, man! I'm taking my mail down! Man, what you slap me on the ground for? This is necessary! Man, for real! For real! Did I take my mail? For real! Man, for real! Are you serious?
Get cuffs. I got him. I got him.
For real!
Get cuffs. I got him.
For real! For real! For real! For real! I ain't even resisting y'all! For real! For real! I'm on! For real! So when you get your hand in my head! For real! They cuff me, dude! I'm not even doing nothing! For real! No, for real! So you ready my hand to go? For real! For real! For real! In front of my kids! For taking my mail! For taking my mail! For real! Are you serious? I took my mail! For real! Y'all get my kids on here! Why did you take my mail? For real! Ow! What are you doing there? Man, why y'all doing that? Cause I checked my mail and got for somebody else.
Can you show that to me?
Man, for real. For real.
In the car.
Man, for real.
Yes.
I'm tight. You got the handcuffs too tight.
Who cares? Get in the car.
Who cares?
Get in the car.
Man, for real.
For real. Get in the car.
Watch the foot.
Nah, you can open that back up. Where'd the other guy go?
He goes in his apartment right there.
Can you call him, tell him to come over here?
Despite the painful taser strike, Mr. Carter made his way inside his house, but the situation escalated as more officers arrived. When Mr. Carter re-emerged with his family, officers, including Thomas, pointed guns and tasers at them before arresting Mr. Carter. It truly becomes certain that Mr. Carter was not at fault as, at one point in the footage, Thomas asks the caller who was standing nearby, "Is it that guy?" And she replies, "No, he is not." Also, the physical appearance of Mr. Carter didn't match the description given by the neighbor. Still, Mr. Carter was charged with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct that day. This unnecessary use of force and the unjust arrest of Mr. Carter violated his Fourth Amendment right. The charges against him were later dismissed by a judge. The footage showcased the excessive force and unjustified arrest. Mr. Carter fought back with a lawsuit and argued that his rights were violated. Mr. Carter sued the city for $3 million, claiming wrongful arrest and excessive use of force during the incident. But this isn't the first time Officer Thomas had been involved in controversial actions. Earlier in 2018, he was part of an incident where he and other officers entered a home without a warrant, wrongly suspecting a child services worker of wrongdoing. Even though the agent explained their official presence, Thomas and his colleagues detained them at gunpoint. In both cases, the officers' actions raised serious questions about their handling of the law. One of the most telling details in this case is Officer Thomas's violation of department policy. He deliberately turned off his dash cam during the incident, and at one point, even covered his body camera, potentially to conceal the events from public view. These actions, coupled with the body camera footage, paint a troubling picture of misconduct by Thomas and other officers. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter